All right, this is an unstrung episode. This is a new thing here at First Generation Bowhunter. It's a little different, something I'm just going to do real quick, kind of a quick hit, questions that I get, and gets a little unfiltered, a little unstrung. So, as I have guests on here for the unstrung episodes, could get a little salty. This question comes up a lot, and it was one that I had for a long time. It was, do you really have to have camo? So let's jump in here. We are hydrated by this flavor right here. This is Mountain Ops Meat Eaters collaboration. This is Gnome's Nectar, Mountain Ops Ignite. I bought this directly from Mountain Ops, giving it a try. This is not brought to you by Mountain Ops. This is brought to you by me drinking Mountain Ops. So they just full disclosure, I like to tell if someone's supporting the show or not. They are not. So I'm trying out the Meat Eater Gnome's Nectar. And so I've got it right here in my little Manly cup. It's not a Stanley cup, it's a Manly cup. It's made by Stanley, but it's Manly. The body and the notes of the nectar kind of reminds me of 8th grade when I was trying to chase girls and get a little romantic, try to say the right thing, something like that. It's like this lavender, like this rotten lavender that sat out too long, steeped and soaked. I don't know. It's Gnome's Nectar. When I saw Gnome's Nectar, I was like, who's your Nomi from that Romeo and Juliet cartoon that my children watch? See what I mean? A little more unstrung here. This is first generation bow hunter unstrung. I just kind of like call it like it is. The new raspberry Mountain Ops looks delicious, but they were sold out. Do you need camo? Do you really need camo to bow hunt? I have killed deer with solids. And when I first started out, I used to think like my underwear had to be camouflage. Doesn't matter. Seriously, as I say this wearing a camouflage hat. What do deer really care about? The scent is pretty darn important. Tell you that. They can smell you like crazy. Went out the other day and I just like didn't even think twice. I was like full solids. I had like this grayish top on, had like light brown pants. The way we hunt here in Utah, you can get in pretty close. I've killed a lot of deer not wearing camo. I've killed deer wearing camo, but one thing I've noticed is I'll get into some like tall scrub oak or bush or whatever it might be, and you can't really see the bottom, like my waist down. Yeah, I could be wearing MC Hammer pants. Wouldn't even matter. Seriously, wouldn't even matter. The thing is, hunting is expensive. Okay. It stacks up really fast. So if you were to let go of something, like let go of camo. Like if you're just starting out and you're like, oh, camo's going to make or break my hunt. I'm here to tell you it's not. Noise is going to make or break your hunt. Scent is going to make or break your hunt. The wind and a loud little Debbie wrapper. That's what's going to make your hunt, make or break your hunt. Deer are very keen to smell, and they are very keen to like shapes. And so when we were hunting the other night, we had to like cross through these fields, like kind of wide open grasslandy dead grass or another. And it's hard because they could see you from literally a mile away. What's funny about that though, I was sitting in the grass about 2 weeks ago, that same kind of rolly hill grass, very like field tan type thing. I go and I was like, I'm just going to sit in like my head to toe field tan, like the light brown bottoms, light brown top. Wild, super cool. These like 2 deer came in at like 35 yards. just came right in. And they came from about 250 yards. So I'm like head to toe, light brown, totally blending in with my environment. So would that have happened if I was wearing Sitka's open country? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I was holding still. I was just glassing. I was very patient. I actually didn't even have my bow with me. I wasn't even hunting. I was just went for a hike, wanted to go glass, wanted to hang out, and it was great. It was a fun little evening there. I had some deer come in. So you can hunt in solids, go for it. The thing I would say is try to find something that is appropriate for, the temperatures you're going to be in, okay? Because don't overdress. I've done that so many times where I'm like so dependent on the temperature and I overheat like super fast. So don't be doing that. Uh, to wrap up here, again, like I said, this is a shorter episode. Just wear solids. Just wear what you got. Try it out. Worst thing that's gonna happen, it doesn't work. But if you suck at hunting anyway, it probably doesn't matter what you wear. And I'm speaking from experience because I sucked for a very long time. And when I found out I could just like wear super comfortable solid clothing and not have to worry about, you know, uh like what pattern matched the environment I was in, it was good. It was very enlightening. So don't stress. Little off topic here to kind of wrap up is there is a lot of hate in the world right now. Man, holy cow. There is man, churches are getting shot up. I was just seeing today there's a Mormon LDS church in Queen Creek, Arizona, where my brother lives, actually. And it looked like there was a shootout or some guy was causing issues. You had the shooting in Michigan for LDS church. You had like an LDS church get burnt down in Australia. Whole lot going on. A lot of hate. Charlie Kirk getting shot, getting killed. The reason why I bring up the churches, I just so happen to be part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So, Mormon. So it hits home. I mean, and even here in town, I live in North Salt Lake. Up north of us in Ogden, there was like a shooting near a high school and a bomb threat that was verified at a high school up in Ogden, Utah. Not sure what to say because there's so much being said on social media right now. And it's like, be nice, be kind, don't hate. I assume if you're listening to this, you're a good person and you're going to have different viewpoints. And our governor keeps saying stuff like, you got to disagree better. And I hate when he says that crap because it's a cute little hashtag, it's a cute little tagline, but he doesn't actually teach people how to disagree better. There's enough for everybody, okay? So when you're hunting and you run into other people and it blows up your plan and you got to go to plan B or plan C or plan D, like take that little crap feeling you've got and you gotta push it away. You gotta exit that. Because I think if you start flaring up, you start causing issues, getting a little argument, it's not like you're gonna go shoot up people. I hope not. Jeez Louise. But I feel like the universe starts to see that contention and people see it and it's like, oh yeah, we should be contentious. And it grows and grows. And then you get that like Robinson kid who kills Charlie Kirk. I don't really know how he was raised. I don't think any of us really know. Who knows? We don't know. But I think it's safe to say it was somewhat of a conservative, stable environment. Yeah, there's a lot there. I don't know. I just, where does it come from? Where does it start? I don't know. I think it starts with all of us. So anyway, there's just something I just wanted to get your mind going of like, what is that thing that pisses you off about other people? I mean, let me give you an example here. We had to dump like $3,000 into our stupid SUV the other day. It sucked. Totally sucked. I'm going through this experience and I'm like, man, I can think of so many other things I want to get for 3,000. One of which is like a four-wheeler. We used to have a UTV. I've been wanting one again. Totally love to get a four-wheeler. And I'm like, I don't want to put this money into this Tahoe. I'll make it safer, make it run. This stupid starter need replaced. And then the engine mounts. Apparently, those are important. Super expensive. And I'm like, is $3,000 life-changing money? Is that going to ruin the rest of my life? Is that going to ruin the next 5 years of my life? Not really. No. And I've learned over time in my wise old years that there are more people watching than you think. And I think my kids are watching me close, kind of seeing, ooh, what's ticking dad off? What's making him pissed? And they've seen me pissed. They've seen me swear. They've seen me, get fired up. And I look back at those times and I'm like, man, that was some dumb stuff. I remember one time I had to do like a U-turn in our motorhome that was like 25 feet long, and we were towing our UTV, which is like 15, 16 feet long. Oh man, it was like the nastiest 28-point turn you've ever seen. I was swearing up a storm. I was so mad. We had this cool road trip. We had like a mile left to get to camp. I took a wrong turn up a road. It was a bummer. It was a total bummer. And you've been driving for 5 hours and you're just kind of like at your limit. But I look back at that now, I'm like, man, my kids saw all that. They saw me. And in some ways, I think when we lose our temper, it sounds like really harsh or intense, but it's like, what do those kids do with that information? How have I trained my kids? When you get in a difficult situation, something, I like they're seeing me not agree with the situation. They're seeing me disagree with the situation. We got to do better. We got to do better than what we're doing. And we got to be aware that other people are watching us, our own kids, coworkers, friends and family, our community. I'm not saying this is going to fix everything. I'm not like, oh, yeah, listen to this episode of Unstrung. It's going to solve all the world's problems. I just had to get a few of these things out of my head. Just be aware. Just be aware of how we're engaging with our communities, each other. And it does happen on hunts. Primarily I think who I speak to is mostly public land hunters. I'm a public land hunter. I don't know if I'm getting listeners who are, doing big fancy, exquisite $20,000 elk tag hunts, like posh lodges. It actually sounds kind of cool. I just got my wife some hunting gear. She's pretty excited. And she's got a bow now, which is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. I want to get her all set up, get her all hooked up. But I'm like, man, if I got her in like a posh lodge, hard part is it's hard to come back from that. Like, how do you come back from like a really fancy posh lodge? Then it's like, oh man, I gotta go sleep on this like crappy cot, at base camp or. So anyway. All right. This was an episode. This is a new series called Unstrung. You're going to see these kind of pop in the week. I'm going to try to keep them short, keep them like unfiltered, just some stuff. You might get some stuff that has nothing to do with bow hunting. Well, guess what? That's first generation bow hunter Unstrung. Okay. But this one kind of talking about, do you have to have camo? Absolutely. I've covered this before. Don't get caught up in it, because you might have to go spend $3K to fix your SUV. So can't buy camo that week. That's for dang sure. I don't recommend Nomi's Nectar by Meat Eater and Mountain Ops. Let me taste it one more time, because I ranked it 8 out of 10 on Instagram. It's like an herbal tea. It's like a cold herbal tea, like a peaches. It's like peach, like passion fruity. It tastes like tea. I don't like tea. So initially ranked 8 out of 10. Now I'm ranking it like a 4 out of 10. Yeah. Gotta find the right temperature. Thanks for tuning into Unstrung. Let me know your feedback. Write reviews. I've been getting I got a 1-star review on Spotify. He was harsh. He did not like what I had to say. But here we are, moving on. See you on the next episode.